And here is Kim Zmeskal in floor exercise.
This is an energized routine. A lot of punch in these legs. Bull twisting double bat. And she is off to a great start. Listen to that crowd. This second pass coming up is my favorite and always a crowd favorite. Count them, 3 whip backs through to a double back. A lot of energy. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. And she just barely stays in bounds.
Look at the crowd behind Kim Zmeskal. Are they into this?
This is great choreography for Kim. Perfect for her style. Perfect to get the audience behind her. One final tumbling run to go. It's a double back. And this is a close competition. She needs to stick this. Right in there.
Yes, Kim Zmeskal. Just listen to the crowd. Standing O.
What a moment. And what teamwork. They had the one fall earlier in the rotation, and all the final gymnasts came up with something great. They'll be able to drop that low score.
A rallying point. You saw Marta and Bella Karolyi. We wait for Kim Zmeskal. Score, there it is, 9.95. Crowd wanted, they wanted a 10.
That concludes
You believe that?
in rotation 3. The athletes will
Never enough, is it? 9.95 for Kim Zmeskal. I'm sure she and I'm sure the coaching staff very happy with that score. Tremendous rotation for the United States, and they are really locked in battle right now. Betty Aquino looking up at the scoreboard and said, we're tied. And they are, in fact, tied with Romania for second place. Soviets in first place. This is Christina Bontas while we were watching Kim Zmeskal, her first vault.
And this was the weaker of her 2 vaults. She scored a 9.862 on this. But the reason that they're tied, she came back with a second vault and came up with a 9.95.
So what it does is it sets the tone for the final rotation. Soviet Union, they got the gold in the bag, but look at the battle for second place. This is what it all comes down to. The Soviet Union comfortably in front. They're going to win the gold. The battle is for second between the United States and Romania. Close is an understatement. They are in a flat-footed tie. Here is the order then for the United States in a strong discipline for them, the vault. And first, as she has been throughout the competition and has done extremely well, Michelle Campi.
This is Michelle's weakest event. She's performing a Yurchenko tuck with a full twist. It's only worth a 9.9, so she has to perform it as perfectly as she can. Very well done. As I said, it has a lower degree of difficulty, so she really needs to rely on good form and good execution.
So that was Michelle Campi. Meanwhile, over at the uneven bars, first up for Romania, Maria Neculita.
This is a great opportunity to see the Romanians and the Americans go head-to-head, just back and forth. Here's the release move. Right after the front giant, the Jaeger front. And you'll notice that she has slight knee bends throughout the routine. These will be minor form deductions, but they add up. She has a huge dismount, full twisting double bat, and a great landing.
So Maria Neculita gets Romania started apparently very well on the uneven bars. Now Michelle Campi, her second vault, 9.75 on her first. She'll try and improve.
She's performing the same vault. Very nicely done. That's as well as she can perform that vault.
No question she'll score a little bit higher on that. As you mentioned, Kathy, it was cleaner, better position on the landing. Rick Newman is pleased with it.
Score for Maria Neculita on the uneven bars, 9-8-5. Now what will Campy be able to do to offset that on the vault? 9-7-8-7. That is an improvement, but Romania out of the blocks a little bit quicker on this rotation than the United States. Remember, they started in an exact tie for second place. Campy has to be happy, though, and the coaches, I would think, Bart, have to be happy. Hillary Grivich up next in the vault.
A lot of pressure here for Hillary. Remember, she had a little trouble on the last event, the floor exercise. This is an opportunity to make up for that. All right, good vault for her. That step on the landing, though, will cost her. She really needs to come up with a stuck landing on that second vault.
She really takes this vault back. She gets a great deal of distance for a young lady who's only 4'6". Look at how far she travels away from the horse. Now she'll try to block a little bit more and set the vault higher on the second one and hopefully stick the landing.
Vanda Hadarian now for Romania, second on the uneven bars. 9-8-5, the first score for them, put up by Maria Neculita a moment ago.
She was the junior European national champion. There's her release move, a reverse heck. This is probably the Romanians' weakest event of all four. Giant full pirouette to a tuck double back dismount. Not a lot of difficulty in that routine, but she executed it very cleanly.
That's the critical thing at this point in the competition, is hitting everything right on top. All the handstands have to be clean. Beautiful work on the release move. On the dismount, here's the full pirouette right to the tuck double back. That landing counts.
And now the score for Hadarian. 9-8-5, the first score, as you mentioned, for Neculita. There is Hadarian, 9-8-8-7 for her. So two very creditable scores. Meanwhile, back at the vault, Hillary Grivich on her first vault, 9-8-5-0, not too bad. She'll try and do a little bit better.
Much better. That's the one she needed. At this point in the competition, it is so close going head to head that the silver medal can be lost more than it can be won.
She really did get a good push off the horse this time to set herself up for the landing, but what's so amazing is how far she travels from the horse. She has to be 15 feet out there.
9-8-5-0 on her first. She'll try to improve. She does. 9-9-1-2. Hundreds of points separating the two teams in a battle for the silver medal, Romania and the United States. Let's not ignore the Soviets as we watch Betty Okino. First vault.
Oh, a little hop on that landing. And as you mentioned, Barry, this competition is so close that a single mistake could cost either team the silver medal.
Eugenia Popa of Romania now, third competitor on the uneven bars. Just want to make the point, the Soviets, and we don't mean to be ignoring them, they're going to win the competition. But this is a three-ring circus, more than one thing going on at one time. We focus on the medal chase now. Americans trying to win a medal for the first time ever in team competition.
And she is doing extremely well on the uneven bars. Big dismount, full twisting double back. That is a clutch performance. They need that.
Boy, that routine was really packed with difficulty. Two huge release moves. Beautiful form on that Ginger and an excellent transition to the low bar. And a big dismount. This is a double back with a full twist. Watch how she pulls that landing around and doesn't take a step.
Betty Okino, 9-8-5 on her first vault, 9-9 for Eugenia Popa. So we talk about hundredths of a point. That is the story of this competition so far in the final rotation. Okino's second vault.
Oh, talk about coming up with what you need when you need it. That's amazing. This team is so gutsy. And very, very competitive.
And very, very young. This is a team that may be around for a little while. Back to the uneven bars, Cristina Bontas.
Here comes her first release move. Reverse heck. Not quite the amplitude that she needed, but it was sufficient.